go do something in just a second. There we go. All right. So, hey, you guys, it's Tamika Chambers. I hope your Monday started off well. As you know, I'd like to pop in on Mondays. It's a little bit later than I usually pop in, but today, Mondays are usually my heart to heart, discussing issues that we often have, those universal issues that we often have, and how we can preserve our heart, by changing the thoughts and pushing away thoughts, changing our thoughts, pushing away thoughts that can get embedded into our nervous system and cause havoc throughout our bodies, including putting us at risk for heart disease. It's more than just what we eat and physical activity, but also to those continued messages that continue to seep into our heart and the vessels and the chambers of our heart and the walls of our blood vessels, that plaque buildup, the spasms that we often have that can put us at risk for heart disease, heart attack, and even arrhythmias, with those are irregular heartbeats. So, as you know, men and women, among men and women, the leading cause of death is heart disease. Um, Coronary artery disease, every 40 seconds, they say someone experiences a heart attack. And even when I see just one life that has not had a heart attack, I say that it is possible. And I probably would still say it even if there was no life. But if there's one person who can live to a ripe old age, 80s, 90s, and not ever experience a heart attack, then I know it's possible for someone else. And I've talked about that. Often we have that fatalistic approach because someone else experienced it. That means that puts us at risk for us. That fear that comes to knock on our door, and we allow it to come in and to basically scare us into having heart disease, scare us into experiencing other related conditions. And I just want to pop in today to talk about self-preservation again. That's something that I picked up as a young girl. Going through some things, some experiences, and I thought, I'm going to try to preserve myself as much as possible. And then I learned about the young old versus the old old, and growing old gracefully in nursing school. And that was something I said, well, if it's out there, it's possible, right? If those words are out there, it's possible. um, and often we do stuff, we go to work every day, we defer other things that we need to, showering, meditation, getting enough rest, being with our family and our friends, quiet time, eating at a normal, a decent time where we give our digestive system at least 3 to 4 hours to in sitting up and allowing our foods to digest, to go through our digestive system. Often we may rush while we're eating. We eat late, and then we have digestion problems, heartburn, and all that other stuff that can come with it. And so self-preservation behind that is the thought that I am worthy of a quality life. I am worthy of a pain free life. I am worthy of taking my time and really enjoying my life as much as possible. That today, April the 24th, 2023, I'll never get back. This is it. It's about to end in about 5 hours, and this is it. And so self preservation is about having that belief, that thought that I am worthy. I am worthy of it just came to me, stress free life. Stress free, what does that mean, stress free? It means that we know things are going to happen and that we have within us the choice to say, I'm going to respond how I choose to respond. I'm going to respond in such a way that it brings less stress to my body. because we have this stress mechanism. We have cortisol, we have epinephrine, norepinephrine. It gets our heart beating and faster and faster and faster, tachycardia over 100, and puts at risk for arrhythmias. And then the slope, kind of goes in that direction of, heart disease and, you know, uh, yeah, hypertension and heart failure and MI and all that other stuff. And so within us is the ability to choose how we're going to respond. And that was a major concept that I often got away, I had as a child growing up. And then, as life happens, we can kind of get bombarded with so much responsibilities and roles that it kind of bears down on us. And we often forget who we are. We forget those core principles that will keep us in the best quality shape, that will help us to preserve our health, our bodies, which is the vehicle for our message, our divine message. Sing, dance, construction work, whatever it is that you have joy in doing, whatever it is that those gifts and talents that you have, this is the one body that you have to do that. I was a mentor at one of the universities for the MSN program and BSN program. And I remember talking to someone, and she was like, she kept deferring her MSN. It was something that she said she wanted to do. And she said, she would defer it and say that my job needs me. My job needs me. Even though she had back problems, my job needs me. She kept doing work that would cause more stress to her back. And I remember telling her that you only get one back. You guys, we have two eyes, we have a nose, we have a mouth, we have a heart, we have two sets of, a set of lungs, a pair of lungs, stomach. This is it, unless you have a transplant. So no matter what, and I found out during nursing when I was working for one of my jobs that you have people in powerful positions getting up every day, being there first at sunrise, at the work job all day, not going home to their family. And even when I had a family, when I didn't have children or marriage, I was my family, because I believe that I deserve to have a life outside of work. You deserve to have a life outside of work. And what I found out was that the very people that I thought were vital to the organization were the very people that were let go. And I was like, yes. I grew up believing to try to have that balance of work and rest. And here it is, people that are on their last leg, high profile positions. And when it was time to let people go, they were the first to leave. And that confirmed for me one thing that we don't like to hear, but it is the truth. That no matter what role you are in, you are a president, CEO, you are a husband, a wife, a mother, you are replaceable. Now, granted, there are certain gifts and talents that you have. I don't deny that. Remember, it's all about fulfilling your divine purpose. You have divine gifts. But when we work ourselves to the bone, when we don't give ourselves that balanced rest, work, activity, we're overworking our organs, our heart, our lungs, not getting adequate sleep, not getting adequate nutrition, where our bodies can help to maintain that harmony within itself. We wear our bodies down. And when we wear our bodies down, then we no longer can do the work that we feel like we are here to do, or we cannot do it effectively. And when we no longer can do it, then people often start looking for others to do the work. And so, what does that mean for you? What does that mean regarding self-preservation? It means creating the balance in your life that will allow you to maximize your energy, your time, your money in the most effective and efficient way. It means giving yourself enough time to enjoy your meals, giving yourself enough time to rest your body, giving yourself enough time to face your emotions and your feelings, acknowledge them. Because often when we acknowledge what has come to visit us, even acknowledgement is, I see you, but I refuse to be angry. I refuse to be fearful. And often when we continue to say, no, you can't come in, the visitors leave and go somewhere else. Because they realize on the sign of your door, on the sign of your vehicle for your message says, you are not welcomed here. So it is up to us to really do what we need to do to be who we are, to what I say often, enjoy the fruits of our labor. We're not here to just suffer. We're here to enjoy life, to have it more abundantly, to have hope and a future. And often, how we're responding to others, overworking ourselves, overdoing ourselves, feeling like we have to please others, our spouses. We have to be there for them. We have to do whatever we can, even if it means that we're not taking care of ourselves. Whatever is that thought that you have been trained to do, we have to rewire our minds, rewire our nervous system, and say, marriages, we're in this together. Employers, employment, we're in this together. You have your role to play, I have my role to play. No one should feel they are doing way more or feeling like they are overworking their bodies. We are here in this together. We all have a responsibility. And so often it means delegation. Often it means saying, no, I can't do that right now. Often it may mean, I need a personal day. Often it means, you need to go to bed so I can go to bed too and get my rest. And it's that consistency that will get us to where we need to be with our lives. It's that consistency that will help us to preserve our health. That we don't need to go out there looking for external aid, smoking, drinking, to feel like we are in control or feel like we have balance. Because when you look at it, too much of anything can be harmful to our health instead of helpful. And when we understand that we have a divine purpose, when we understand we are here to fulfill our divine purpose, when we understand we have the tools to complete this earthly journey, to evolve to our highest self, when we truly understand that, we don't need someone telling us how to eat. We don't need someone telling us how to sleep. We don't need someone telling us how to be, because we become more in alignment with the highest version of ourselves. And it is a journey. There's a reason why it's an earthly journey. It's not that we feel bad or feel guilty about us. I'm all about no guilt-free life. But it's a continued process to say, I need to get there where I am taking better care of my body, where I'm taking better care of myself, where I am there for the people I need to be there for, and I am truly there for myself, because without me, I cannot be there for others, no matter who it is. So whether you're a mother, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you work for someone else, know a father, brothers, sisters, whatever your role may be, understand that you have the divine right to preserve yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, socially, financially. You have the divine right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care of yourself. Remember, there is only one you for a reason, And you can, regardless of what happened, I believe, make this lifetime great because you have the power to do so. You are here, you have the ability to do so, and there is help that is available for you. All right? All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.